And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hi, and welcome to episode 8 of the Squared Circle Relics podcast. I am your host, Chris, and as always, I am joined by the mega powers of the UK wrestling card scene, Mr. Jamie Stocker, and Lloydy the Liberator himself, Mr. David Lloyd. How are we doing, boys?
Afternoon, evening. How you both doing? All right?
Yeah, very well, very well. It's crazy times at the minute, but it's all good. Getting through, right?
Yeah,
just about.
Just getting
Holding
through.
on.
Just about.
Holding on. Try not to look at the news.
Yeah.
Think about cards. That's probably the best way.
Yeah,
And how we
very
can't
ahead in the
afford
sun. We won't be able to for much longer.
I'm sure some rubbish ones will burn well if we ever need them.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Have you guys been up to anything? Up to much?
Don't really not really. I don't think I was expecting to look after my son last night because the wife was going to go out, but she didn't. In the end, it got cancelled. So it's kind of like it's been a bit same old, really. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just nothing's really happened in the last week and a half, really. Jamie,
I'm on a week's holiday this week, so I've been at home this week, just sort of doing a few bits and pieces. But we went up to Blackpool this past weekend to look at Blackpool eliminations.
Nice.
Mrs. S has never seen them, so I thought we'll go up there for a weekend. But bloody hell, that was windy up there. Jesus Christ.
yeah, I bet.
Have you guys ever been up to like takeovers and stuff up there when they're in Blackpool or not?
No, I have been
Always
to Blackpool,
wanted to, but yeah, same.
but not for that reason.
No.
Not for wrestling.
So January and February it's just so bleak, like it's so windy, and I thought October might be September, October might be better. It's not much better weather-wise, but it's a lovely weekend anyway. We sort of walked up and down the pier and went on the trams and stuff. So yeah, no, that's pretty much what we've been doing really in this week.
For our American friends, describe Blackpool.
Okay, right. So if you can imagine, I explained this to Abby on the way up. If you can imagine everything you would imagine at a British seaside in one place, that is basically Blackpool. So you've got fairgrounds, amusements, bingo, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Madame Two Swords, a great big tower, the beach, trams, lights, just everything you can imagine, isn't it? Cabaret,
Ballroom dancing is what I always think of.
dancing,
Yeah.
It's basically like Las Vegas of England, isn't it? Ultimately, I think if you want to.
Well, I was
I'd
going to say like
Atlantic
Coney
City
Island.
or something. Yeah.
So
It's but it's quite filthy as well.
It can be.
It needs a good wash.
I wouldn't go in the sea.
no, I think we realised obviously like the Golden Mile is what it is, and it's it's well looked after, it's well invested. You go 2 or 3 rows back, and it just needs a lot of love,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, it's good.
Same with everywhere though. Same with everywhere in the UK, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, look at Liverpool. It's lovely down by the docks and all around that area. Go a couple of miles out, and it's like, woof.
Yeah.
So, sorry, people of Liverpool.
Yeah. Sorry. What wrestling have we all been watching? Do we see Soraya's? Is that how you say it? Soraya? Did we see her return?
Saraya.
The big
Soraya.
Soraya return that everyone was debating how you pronounce her name last week.
Yeah.
Paige was a lot easier to say, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's just call her Paige, because I'm going to mention someone who used to work for WWE, and I can't say their name either. Ooh. So, like, it's Saraya, Paige. This Paige is fine.
What do we think though? Because it was a massive pop, wasn't it? It was a big pop.
It was a crazy pop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think really out of the blue as well, really. I don't think there was any rumours or anything. I think it just sort of appeared, really.
Just kind of happened. I mean, we all knew that she wasn't with WWE anymore, didn't we? But yeah, wasn't on the cards in my books.
But I don't get why. She hasn't been a wrestler for 5 years.
Is she going to wrestle?
Well, no. So at the minute, I think like yesterday, I haven't seen yesterday. I saw a little clip from, she was like, I'm damaged, not broken.
Okay.
But so she's not medically cleared to wrestle, but she hasn't been medically cleared to wrestle for 5 years. So what's the point? Like, cutting to the quick, what's the point? Is she there just to put her name and try to... Like, the thing is, for me, that division, that women's division, doesn't need her.
I don't think so either. I agree.
Yeah.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
It's good enough. And get that it was a massive pop for her, but where does she go from here?
That's it. And yeah, that was sort of my point is then, has anyone watched AEW from yesterday?
I saw her last night. So yeah, I watched it this morning.
Because I heard she had a bit of problem on the mic, so to speak.
She was very nervous, but the promo itself just wasn't good, and it sort of, I would say, not buried the women's roster, but didn't do them any favors, you know. Sort of then chucking all the women out. I don't know, it just didn't work. It didn't seem right at all, really. And like I say, I think they don't really need her. I don't know if they're going to have her in a trainer type role, sort of a bit like Madison Rain, sort of bring her out every now and then, but I don't really know.
Just wheel her out.
You know what I mean? Just sort of like, you know,
Hannibal Lecter, take the mask off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what other wrestling's been going on? We've had some Logan Paul.
To be honest, though, before we go into that, like AEW still is good.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what's going on with Paige and stuff, I'm still enjoying. I haven't watched. Granted, I haven't watched last night's one, but
Grand Slam were really good though. Both Rampage and Dynamite were really good shows.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like proper takeovers, like 2 hours each, really good all the way through.
I didn't like. I think the low point for me personally, and I mentioned this in the last episode, and that was still the Moxley versus Bryan. Like, for me, like, there's no investment there.
Yeah.
And I didn't really care who won or lost.
No.
But the rest of the show was great.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Acclaimed, fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what they should be doing. And they should be doing that at the top of the card, not at the tag team level.
I think when they get those Acclaim cards out, they are going to be massive cards people are going to go after, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm going to go after them for sure.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope they're dual autos. I hope they're like... It's all coloured matched, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, that pops. And I really think that it will be great for them, you know, like, but we'll see.
But yeah, so WWE-wise, has anyone been paying attention or have we been not really?
No, not really as such. I kind of getting to the point with, I'm following it a lot more than I was. So I'm reading results a lot more. I'm watching highlights a lot more. I think just because it's taken it obviously that different direction. But I'm not actively sitting and watching Raw and SmackDown each and every week really, but I've got my finger on the pulse, and obviously this White Rabbit thing has got the whole world talking, hasn't it? Really, people going through the different video codes and all that sort of stuff, and finding pink rabbits and all sorts. But you know, where do you guys think that's going to? Do you think that's going to be a Bray Wyatt thing, or do you think it's going to be something a lot less mundane?
Oh, can you imagine if it's like John Cena and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
It's got to be Bray, hasn't it?
It's got yeah. They're not very intelligent with their reveals a lot of the time, are they?
True.
It probably is. I tell you what, I have been. I think like Logan Paul, when his card comes out, getting it to cards is going to be like one of the biggest like rookie cards of all time. Right?
Yeah,
it's going to be massive, and hopefully coloured matched all yellow, like the gold. It would be absolutely lovely. And I can't wait. But I've been listening. I do like him, Impulsive, his podcast and stuff, and YouTube show, whatever you want to call it, really. And I listened to the one that Roman Reigns was on a couple of weeks ago. A couple of months ago? A couple of weeks ago?
I think it was weeks, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And that was really good, to be honest. I don't know what I was going to expect from that, but that was really good. And Joe, i.e. Roman Reigns, came off as a really nice guy on it, to be honest.
I think he always does.
I didn't know how much he was going to ham it up, but he didn't at all. It was really good.
Yeah, I think he comes across as a genuine, like, nice guy, doesn't he? He always does this media stuff really well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I took away some nice things from that show, to be honest. And I was like, oh, wow. And then obviously their match, I think it'll be a good match. I think Paul's going to be out of his depth a bit, but yeah. We'll see.
I think we spoke about it the other week, and I said, please don't put him in like a WWE Championship style match. And here we are.
Yeah, straight away.
So yeah,
straight away.
I think
I tell you one thing with WWE that I did enjoy in the last few weeks is Sami Zayn. Did any of you guys watch the t-shirt thing?
no.
I just think his character at the moment is just really is right up there with one of my favorite things in wrestling. I'm loving it.
The add-on
He's
use,
just, yeah,
basically.
he's just brilliant. Honorary use. So
The
yeah,
honorary use.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great as well. I did see the reels of it and stuff like that. I think it was really good. It was very well done.
It was done well. Yeah.
I don't really know where they're going for it. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to turn on. There's going to be some turn somewhere.
They've got to be. Yeah,
but,
of course.
Like, what that's going to lead to, I just don't know. Like, his uneasiness with it is with Jay. It's not with Jimmy, is it? It's with Jay. That's going to turn into something at some point.
Yeah.
So.
It'll be that family riff, and it's going to be them siding with Sammy or something instead, isn't it? Or something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll be weird. Like, there'll be something will be said, and they'll be like, "No, Jay, you're wrong."
Yeah. Or it might be that
know.
he'll nearly cost the match, and Sammy will save the belt or something. You know, and it'll be Sammy saved it and you haven't, sort of thing. But we'll wait and see. But no, Sami Zayn always turns into gold, doesn't he? Anything he goes in, he always goes 100% at it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I've been really impressed with him.
I am surprised though that he's really low in the hobby. Like,
he is, yeah.
Any break I ever go on, he never gets filled. No. His cards don't sell that well.
Nope.
And it's a shame because he's been around, like El Generico. Shh. Is he? Ooh, who knows? But he's been in WWE for years and years and years now, like 10 plus years now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And he's great, but I just don't think he's ever had that character. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's fun to see him doing something for once. You know, he spent so long sort of tagging with Owens and feuding with Kevin Owens that kind of got boring after a while. So yeah, it's just nice to see him doing something.
Yeah.
Jamie, New Japan
this weekend.
Not long now.
No,
yeah.
It's a little bit of spanner in the works with the old trains at the moment, though, isn't it? Sadly.
Yeah.
But,
true. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to be struggling to get down there on Saturday. But yeah, the full card's been announced now, so I'm quite looking forward to it. No, Aussie Open and FTR were the first match announced, but yeah, it looks a generally good card now. Actually,
does.
My first New Japan experience, so I'm looking forward to it. Have you guys ever been to the New Japan show? No,
no, not for me.
Have you, Lloydy?
I've been to Milton Keynes had one, and weirdly, I think it was like Strong Style Evolved. I think it was called.
Okay,
but it was classed as a New Japan show, and the New Quest, the Raw Quest, New Quest, the Royal Quest, the first one at the Copper Box.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been to a couple, and to be honest, I've been to a lot of Rev Pro in my time and seen most of the, if there is, like so many have been on Rev Pro that I've pretty much seen them all anyway, apart from Maccabi. He's never been over here yet. So one day maybe. But yeah, it's great. It's a great show. It's great fun. I love New Japan. I think it's great. I think a lot of support's waned on it over the last couple of years, but personally, I still think it's one of the best.
Well, I think we're aisle seats, so through the night we'll rotate, but we're right by the aisle, so that should be quite good.
That should be cool, yeah.
And I think we're hoping to meet up with Tommy from the ATP group, but sadly now can't get down there and across with the trains really.
Yeah,
so
pain.
So we're going on the Saturday, but I think he's still going on Sunday. I think it's all going to be strike-wise finished by then. So anyone's got tickets, hope we'll get down there on Saturday. And if anyone is listening, reach out and say hello to us if you see us anyway.
And Lloydy, you've watched something a little bit different in the last couple of weeks. A little bit of Impact, I hear.
Yeah, so I always try to watch Impact when I can, especially the pay-per-views. So I went into Victory Road. It's kind of like the one before the big one. You know what I mean? It's like
to sort of No Way Out.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the prequel pay-per-view kind of thing.
Kind of build up to it.
Yeah. It was great. I really enjoyed the show. There's some brilliant highlights for me. I loved Kenny King. I always loved Kenny King. I think he's great. I think he's one of the most. I mean, he's 41 now, and I'm gutted he never got the push that he deserved. On a no more. It's fun. I tell you what they do better than anyone, in my view. And now that Shakara is closed, I even hate saying their name now. But they have characters. They have people who are actually playing characters, and you can get invested in those characters. The storylines might be shit, but the characters are fantastic. Yeah. And it's always been a underlined theme with Impact, or TNA as I still call it. But I think it was great. There were some negatives though. Yeah. A couple of things. One, that the women's vignette out the back, the segment out the back, building to the future matches is always terrible, and it was here again. I hate watching wrestling that makes you cringe.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh god, no. Aiden English. I was going to get Matthew Ra. I can't say.
His last name.
It's a massive amount of score in Scrabble, but for me, I just can't say it. He doesn't sound like Kermit the Frog, but he does sound like a Muppet. And every time I hear his voice, I'm Sesame Streeting.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but yeah,
yeah.
I'm never going to unhear that.
Yeah. The women's champion Grace, Jordan Grace. Yeah. She sounds like Cartman, and I can't get that out of my head either.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
They are characters, though, so you're still on the right line there.
Yeah. And the one thing that really bugged me, and apologies, I'm going to go into it a bit. So at the start of the show, they obviously do the music before they actually go into the show. But they didn't. They broke from the music and did the Winston Churchill blood, toil, tears and sweat speech from 1940. So basically, it says victory, victory at all costs, victory in spite of all terror, victory however long and hard the road may be, for without victory, there is no survival. Now, those are very poignant words in the geopolitical world that we currently live in right now. I get it. However, don't fucking use it on a wrestling show.
Wait, did they play the audio? Did they just quote it verbatim?
Played the audio of Winston Churchill.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ. Were they trying to think, because of the Queen had died, maybe they thought it'd be something patriotic for the Brits, or what the hell were they thinking there?
I no idea. Like, I was disgusted. I was like, whoever did that in production, fuck you. Like, literally fuck you. Like, the thing that resonates, like, our grandparents, either fought in the war or helped the war effort, right?
Yeah.
And they did it, a lot of it, under those words. And I'm like, man, that sucked. Especially with what's going on in the world currently as well. I just thought, fuck, come on. So yeah, that was a bit of a downer. But other than that, I think it's a great show. People, please get on Impact. I don't think it gets the love it should do. Really, I do think it's a great show. Sorry for the rant, but
I don't think actually they've had like a bad pay-per-view. Like, whenever you hear like over the last few months about the pay-per-view, it always blows people's mind and sort of blows people away. I think they're sort of a bit of underrated, but I think there's just so much content out there, they just forgot about it, really, don't they?
Yeah.
I think it's entertaining. I think it lacks because, in some ways, because the crowd is very small, and I think it's very hard for them to really get that reaction from spots and stuff like that it deserves. So, Impact is a spot fest, right?
Yeah.
Massively. Yeah. It always has, especially with that X division, and Speedball Mike Bailey is absolutely fantastic as well. Really good. But yeah, I just don't think it gets the love. It's a fallen angel, isn't it? Really. Yeah. Gone are the days where it was before. Sadly,
unfortunately, it is.
Yep.
So just before we get on to some card news, I've just got a couple of little housekeeping bits from the last episode. So I said in the last episode that NXT didn't have any retail releases, when in fact they did. I think it was just 2017. They had blasters and fat packs. And Dave, you had a bit of feedback about our conversation on the 82 All-Star set.
Yeah, so Trav just said it came from a magazine. And I believe, looking it up, don't shoot me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I don't care. So Pro Wrestling Enterprises, the wrestling news magazine.
Okay. So
I believe that's what it was.
No packs.
And it was in there, and I think it was $5 for the 36 cards. Can you imagine that?
Wow, yeah.
That's where you want your time machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, this is where some of these cards are like really valuable, where they've come out of like a magazine or something really obscure, like a mail order type thing. You know, and these are the ones that are going to be really hard to ever come by. Like, you know, if you've happen to got that magazine, how many people have really got that just sat in an attic now? Like, what's out there must really be that now, you know, at this point.
Yeah. It is crazy, to be honest.
But yeah, so as I think we said, there was like packs or something. When I think it was me that said it. I think I was thinking of the 1985 packs, which are the black ones with Hogan on. So that's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah.
And the follow-up to what Trav said actually on that is that for him, Hogan's real rookie card is the 1985 rookie card, because that was the mass-produced rookie card. And that for him is the rookie card, which I don't... So we do need to have... We're so close to have just done... rookies. This is going to take us a good couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, but we do have one of our big topics in the future is going to be rookies with the terminology, what it all means, because everyone uses true rookie and pre-rookie card, rookie card, rookie year card. You know what I mean? There's
first appearance.
I think we need to exactly. I really think exactly. Like oh God, what's it called? The prospects. You know, they're prospect cards, you know. So I think we just need to write it all down, talk about it. But I don't think there's
no wrong answers in
wrong.
this. Yeah,
exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answers. And like, I think, again, we said these are rookie cards when other people will say they're not. But it's just, you know, it depends on what gimmick they're in. And there's so many factors to it, like Dave's just said, that it can be kind of interpreted how you want it to be almost. And you kind of go with the general consensus on it, don't you? That like, if you type in Bret Hart rookie card, you know what's going to come up and what's not going to come up.
The market always dictates, doesn't it? Like, regardless of what you think the rookie is, the market will always tell you what that price is. So always go with the market price, really.
Yeah.
But I do think it will be a great conversation in the future to have. You know, that's a proper round our little virtual table here. It's a good little conversation to have. Definitely. Because, as I say, I think that for me is informing our listeners as well, because essentially some of the terminology might be quite new to them as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So that brings us nicely to a little bit of card news now. So did we all see the AEW Skybox announcement?
Saw the announcement, but I kind of wish they sort out their other stuff before they start announcing more new product.
I mean, I love it. I think it's a great little product. I say little product is massive, right? Yeah. Like my eyes went crossed just trying to read through it all and learn how it's all constructed.
This is the thing.
Just ridiculous. Yep. But I'm excited for it. I think the price point potentially is going to be okay as well.
I think it's going to start off okay from what you sent the other day. But I think when the PMG things take off, the box price might go up a little.
I don't know.
No.
Like I don't know. I'm looking forward to the product, but as I would question them, when is it coming out? Is it actually coming out in January 2023 or 2026? Who knows? Fingers crossed.
I think it's going to be one. It's obviously what's the base? It's like 100 card base set, isn't it? And then like is it like 101, 150 all short prints or something along those lines? Like those ones are going to be really hard to get hold of, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I like the design of them though. I think the design's really nice.
Looks cool. Yeah. And for me, as I know a lot of the Panini products because of basketball and like soccer and stuff, but Upper Deck I have no idea about. So it's something like for me on a personal level, it's quite nice to go into something kind of blind almost. Do you know what I mean? You get that the fun of sort of finding all of these new types of inserts and cards and things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
So
I know a bit about it because of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just, how is it going to look like for the wrestling stuff?
Wrestling,
it's just bonkers. It really is. It's great.
I'm just putting up all the details here. So this is online. So so the base set is 150 card base set with the final 50 being short prints, and they appear one per pack. Then there's going to be the precious metal gems, which are numbered to 100, which is apparently the top draw. And then there's chase cards. Obviously, there's green precious metal gems, and there's 90, which are red precious metal gems. And then you've got the inserts as well. And they're saying, in theory, each hobby box will have 15 short print base cards and 14 inserts. So you get a good mix of all the different inserts. And there's like retro designs, die cuts, and all sorts. So it looks a really, really cool set, to be honest.
I'm looking forward to it. I just can't think past Spectrum at the minute. Like, I'm not in for Spectrum at the minute either, but I'm just like, well, let's just get that first, and then let's think about this. Like, why keep announcing stuff if they're nowhere near? Like,
because what's that been pushed back to now? Or what we think was it the end of November?
Now,
I want to say the 30th of November, which
it's different in different places you look. Yeah. I mean, we like personally we use like Steel City Collectibles and Dave Adams.
Yeah,
Dave Adams, DNA. We, what I mean, they keep moving the dates, and it's just like it's stupid because obviously,
and we say this last time, but obviously, we should have had both of these in hand by now. Like Spectrum and Flagship, we should have had out this month. So,
well, Tommy got Spectrum in, like, he pre-ordered it for David Adams, like. February,
because I had them preview cards like we said before, and that was when the pre-orders happened, and that was sort of early spring sort of release, wasn't it? But crazy.
It's just embarrassing for them. Like, what is it? The fact they can't get card stock?
Yes, this is what I've heard so far. Is they're struggling to get the stock because someone is hoarding it all, so to speak, or is doing something to that effect. So whether we'll find out some more.
So Jesus.
Well, I say, but Panini and Topps don't seem to have an issue. So
are they both owned by Fanatics now, or
no?
Is it just Topps?
Panini's not.
Is it not? No. Okay.
Just Topps.
Heard some rumours recently about Panini, but
go on. What are these rumours, Chris? Come on, spill the beans.
Well, that they're going to buy Panini.
Oh, is that what it is? Right.
Yeah. We just have to say allegedly after everything, and it's fine.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then they'll just control the most of the market. So like they're doing with many other things, any kind of merch, related stuff. So but hopefully we'll get some AEW cards very soon.
I hope so.
Fingers
I'm
crossed.
really getting quite itchy about having some new AEW stuff.
Absolutely.
And, I know you pass ties so nicely, but
you're not.
You're not.
I'm really not. I wasn't itchy for the first set, but then when it came out, I was like, I was
massively into
it. You were mad on it.
I was massively into it. I don't know, like, but I feel the same now. Like, I just feel like, okay, I'm sure it's going to be great, but it's just especially everything's that happened with Panini lately, especially with Select. It's like there is a big fucking bar right now, guys, and you got a limbo over the top of it. You know what I mean? Not underneath, but over the top. So, Also,
so we'll see. New arrivals, Soraya. We spoke about her a little bit earlier, so she got a new arrivals card. Did you guys go in for that one, or?
Yeah, I bought one pack, and that was all I went in for.
Did you get a silver?
No, just a base for me. No.
Same.
I know people are sort of trying to put a lot of price onto this. I saved my money, and I'll mention this in purchase what I actually did with what I would have spent on e-pack later on. But
to try and get the silver.
No. I'll probably, again, like I say every time with these new rollers, I'll try and pick the silver up on ComC at a later date.
Yeah.
I'm in no rush to get these.
Yeah.
I will get one eventually.
Well,
I did think it looked good. I think it looked good.
Yeah.
Like as
cool
all the
image.
silvers are, it looked cool. But I only got the one pack, and
I went for 4, and yeah, I got stunned. No silvers,
Really?
and now I've got 4 cards that I don't really need.
Right.
But we're, one of them things.
you roll the dice, man.
Roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
So moving on, some WWE card news. We have had a new release.
Freshly
over
landed
here.
as well. I was really quite surprised because I think we thought it was going to be out sort of, breaking the fourth wall. We thought it was going to be out sort of yesterday, Wednesday. Today's Thursday, and I managed to get some today as well. And I think you've got some as well, Chris, in retail, not from Panini.
That's it, yeah. The missus was at WH Smith's and said, I've just bought you some cards, which I was very surprised about.
So was it a sealed box, or did you just empty the packs?
No, so she has bought the whole box back, but it was not sealed, it was opened.
Okay.
So, but all the packs are there.
Nice.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what WH Smith is, it's like a juiced up news agency.
Yeah.
Basically, it's not an LCS or anything like that. It's
It's basically
news agency.
it's like I was trying to think what the bookshop company is out in the States now. It's blowing my mind, not Borders, but it's basically like a bookshop.
They sell
news
cards as well, don't they?
Yeah, like Hudson News type thing you get in the airport, isn't it? Really? A bit of everything.
Yeah.
That is the only card reader they really have, really.
Yeah.
But so we won't go too much into that because that is going to be part of our big topic at the end of the show. And then the only other sort of WWE card news was Impeccable. So we've seen Panini America released a video of Dana Brooke signing her cards, on-card autos. Did you guys see that video?
I did. I've got a little comment on it, if you don't mind me saying this. So she was signing it on like a glass marble tiled thing. And something that interested me was that she was signing it and then just sliding it over to the other guy.
Over.
What do you reckon? Like, see like scratches and like scuff underneath and stuff like that. If you were a massive Dana fan and you wanted to get that graded, there's a risk. There's a lot of scratches on the back of that card already, isn't there? If she's sliding along a marble table, you would have thought they would have said, "Look, you need to put them in this stack or something," or you would have thought they had like a velvet mat or something down and protect a bit more. But just winging them across as quick as you could. Jeez.
Everyone I've seen has signed on that table as well.
Jeez,
wow.
You would have thought they would have a bit like a Maydo. They just had like the table with a felt cover over it or something, just something to protect them a bit. But yeah, that was my only issue with it, really.
Oh, we've seen pictures of the product over the last day as well. It looks okay. Yeah, I mean it's a white card, isn't it, with a bit of colour on it and someone's picture on it. None of the pictures look reused, which finally look, fantastic.
About time.
I'm sure a lot of it will be high end. They seem to put gold in it and stuff like that, and I don't know.
So where does it fall then with like the level of things on the tops comparison? Is immaculate like the level?
So this is impeccable, right?
Yeah, impeccable. Yeah.
So this is impeccable. So immaculate's different slightly. But I don't, like, Chris, can you verbalise the difference between impeccable
both of
and
those? I probably can't. They're both high end, I would say, and it depends because I mean, what was WWE Topps' most high end product? Was it Undisputed?
Yeah, and Transcendent was like the top.
I suppose Transcendent. I don't know how much Transcendent was.
12 grand.
Okay, well, it's not quite that. I think
they're around the ground mark, aren't they?
Yeah, I think anywhere.
They're 3 digits.
Yeah, I think you're looking at high end. I think it's going to be not a lot in a pack. I think most, like NBA wise, I think you get one pack and you usually get about 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, that sort of thing. You're guaranteed like 5 autos and then 1 base or base parallel and then like a relic or something like that. So it is very, very, you're gambling on, getting a decent box.
So it's Undisputed ultimately then, really, isn't it?
It is. It's just a little bit more money.
Yeah, it comes in like a little box, and this is where breaking is good for it as well, because
Absolutely.
you can like the pick your wrestler. This is where it comes into its own,
Right.
because you'll have a long list of wrestlers that you're going to pick from. It'll be reasonably priced generally for the ones that you probably want to go for, unless you're going for the big boys. The big boys will be expensive, and then ultimately speaking, you have a chance to pick up something brilliant, to be honest, from a break. If you've got $1,000 to go and spank on it, then go
Good luck.
take your £1,000 and go spank. But not for me personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. I don't think it is for many people. And I do you remember what happened when Prism came out with the sort of pump and dump style?
Yeah.
I think we'll see that again, to be honest. I think the big breakers will be all over it at first, and then give it a few weeks, months, couple of months, and I think we'll be able to pick up individual cards on the secondary market at decent prices. So happens, granted, some of the bigger names are still going to be real big bucks, but then if there's someone, who you PC that's not necessarily one of those names, then you should be able to find them at decent prices. So I would, again, as always, hold off for those first sort of few weeks and then see where you're at. But yeah.
I say that one of the worst things is about them as well that I've seen, especially like Immaculate and stuff like that, is that even though you're paying a sizable amount of money, more money than I want to spend on a pack, to be honest, and then when you get it and one of the cards, potentially either big or small, is a redemption, fuck that. Like, seriously, like, you've paid all that money to then have to wait potentially a year or 2-3 years to actually get that card. Get off. You know what I mean? So
not cool.
It's not cool, but it happens.
Cool. So I think that's about it for sort of card news. So now we're going to head on over to Jamie's Corner. Isn't it a new segment?
We do need like a little jingle.
Little jingle, please, Jamie.
Jamie's Corner.
I'll see what I can do.
So there's a few topics in Jamie's Corner. So I'm going to start off, Jamie.
Each and every episode. I thought I only had one.
Yeah,
and now
we'll just
I've got
add in a few more. Ruby Red Waves. How are you getting on with the rubies?
Right, okay. Well, I'll talk about in my purchase where I'm at, but we are moving on nicely with Red Wave. That's all I'm going to say for the moment. So we are getting there. I did nearly start a new collection, but we'll discuss that in purchases. So that's where I'm at. Ruby Wave, watch this space. I'll chat about that in the next part in that case.
And what about the Superstars Autos?
Right. So
have we added any to the list?
We have worked our way through yet. So the spreadsheet is now running. We seem to be picking up bits and pieces as we go. So I've gone through eBay, I've gone through chats. We've got 19 out of 83 that I've seen. So I'll just do a quick rundown. We've had the likes of Kofi Kingston appear as we thought he would. Samoa Joe, Naomi, Big E. Who else we had? We had Tyler Bate this week, Flash Morgan Webster. And I'm only counting ones where people have physically sent me a photo or, I've gone on eBay and I can verify that that's actually an eBay thing.
That's it, yeah.
There's still quite a few. The highest one we've actually seen, which is quite cool. I saw a Beth Phoenix out of 5 on eBay, which is quite nice. It's quite a nice one. And Mike messaged us, he had the out of 10 Jerry Lawler. Bear in mind, Jerry Lawler was only out of 1, out of 5, and out of 10. So that's quite a rare one which came out. There's still quite a few to find. So again, if you have any of these Superstars autos, I'm trying to, see if we can get a whole set across the UK, because I'm not convinced all of these are out there in the marketplace. And they're not in stores anymore, of course, or anything like that. So lots of names still will go, and lots of like big names as well. We need to keep an eye. But we're at 19 out of 83. So I'll give you an update next week and let you know how we're doing. Wicked. But yeah, thanks to everyone who's messaged. We've had Luke's message. Mike quite a few times has been in touch with a few that he's pulled. Really, really good. So 19 out of 83. So keep on cracking on with that.
Nice. And what about the Swaps group? The Panini stickers.
So we seem to be slowing down a little bit now. I think good news is
people are completing.
People have completed them. I think we're pretty much there. I think we've all exhausted our resources of swaps, and I think pretty much everyone in the group now have completed. If not, they only need a couple. Simon, who was obviously selling people a lot of stickers, I think he's now pretty much running out. I went to him and tried to get a lot of stickers from him, and he had most but not all of the ones I needed. So I've had to finish off on eBay and sort of get a few from there, that side. And again, I think most people's swaps are now pretty much there. So I think we're pretty much done moving on. And Panini have took stickers down off the website now.
They have, yeah.
So they're complete.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. So I think.
Sorry.
Completely, they're either.
I didn't care. Sorry.
they say out of stock, so we'll see. I did reach out to Panini this week just to find out, because in their album,
I was going to mention this as well. Well, carry on. Yeah.
Was you actually?
Yeah. Carry on.
They say at the back, to complete your collection or whatever, you can order stickers from the website.
Yeah.
It's must have been over a month now, right?
Yeah, come out
and
middle.
there's just no sign of being able to do this. So I kind of reached out to him, and lo and behold, if you can believe it, they didn't get back to me.
No,
so I'm none the wiser.
I am shocked.
So I tried the link and it didn't work. It says no product available.
Yep, that's it.
So yeah.
If you're listening, Panini, shame on you, because there's kids out there that want to complete this book, and there's grown adults that also want to complete it.
Yeah, but World Cup stickers, I think you can get singles for World Cup stickers. You
can,
which seems crap because it came out after that. So
yeah.
Oh, did you see the story of Hungmin's
the one of one?
The one of one that got stuck in.
God.
Oh, that was bad. But yeah, that was bad. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, Chris, I expected it.
Well, we said that, didn't we? Sticking in the one of one.
Yeah.
Just anyway.
But I'm just with Panini, just kind of done with them really. With this kind of thing, it's a shame their product is so nice.
They keep pulling you back in.
Yeah.
Well, I'll pull this out of my purchases, but as of this morning, I only have one more to complete.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well done.
So, yeah, Simon gave me loads of them. I'd done a deal in the group with Johnny, and I bought a few more. And then I went on eBay because obviously Panini wasn't available to buy from, or 54. But I bought my final 30 from a guy on eBay for 20p each.
Nice.
And that leaves me with one left, 327, which I think is Hogan. So if anyone's got a Hogan 327, hit me up. And then if it does, I've completed. So, there you go.
Nice.
That's weird because I had one of my last ones was around that as well. It was 320 something. And I'm pretty sure
I looked in my book the other day. I haven't had any of the Hogans yet, so yeah, could be my last one as well. It's weird.
Yeah, so this would be my first album if I can get at 327 that I've ever completed since I was a kid. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So glad to see the back.
It's a great feeling as well.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it?
It's a great feeling. It's I've accomplished it. Yes,
it's so heavy as well, isn't it? Like you don't realise how much they weigh. But yeah, I'm in some ways I'm glad to see the back end of stickers in more ways than one. But I think Swap Group has sort of slowed down quite a bit now. Now people have completed. So,
but we are transforming it more into just a general chat group.
Yeah.
And I think we'll probably, until we work out what we're going to do next in the coming months, I think we'll probably keep it open. Just keep it light, everyone.
Yes.
Just general. I think we had a few conversations in there, just randomly about people who they'd met and stuff and things like that. So, again, if you're not doing stickers and you just want to have a bit of a chat room type thing, we're just going to treat it like a Discord ultimately. Maybe down the line we would do something like that, but ultimately, if you want to join and have a bit of a chat, come along, really.
Yeah. Sounds good. Right. Shall we go on to our purchases of the week? Breaks, razzes, and misses. Shall I start us off this week?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So I've got quite a few shout-outs. Shout-outs in my purchases, which just goes to show that, being, we've having some great conversations with other collectors, and it's just I've had a really good week in terms of that, and then my purchases kind of reflect it to a degree. So I'll start off with from Icon Trading Cards, a William Regal Undisputed Auto to 199. So it's on card. It's a nice big auto.
Regal's always a lovely auto, isn't it?
I'm a real fan of his auto, yeah. Watched it. Icon Trading Cards sent an offer. I accepted it straight away, and I appreciate, that they do that. I appreciate all sellers that do that. So yeah, big up to him.
Shout out to Sam.
Yeah,
love you, man.
That's it.
Yep. Speak to you soon, hopefully.
I'm trying to sort of do a couple of deals with Sam as well on a few he's got up there, mate. So
he's got some good stuff, yeah. So yeah, if you get a chance, check his website out, check his eBay out. I think even on his Instagram, he'll have like links and stuff to all his bits. So definitely, even if you're not buying and you just want to look at some really nice cards, definitely check him out. I picked up a War Booty relic from the Fleur Roar's War set. Paid a decent amount for it, in my opinion, but it was Vince McMahon.
Nice.
Just one that I don't see come up that often. So yeah, really happy with that. Conditions really good. And the seller refunded the difference on my postage.
What?
Which I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So, you pay £3 postage and it only was £2.
Yeah.
Refunded me the difference.
Good
So
on
yeah,
them.
it's something that I like to do on my eBay. And yeah, so I appreciate it when other people do it back. And obviously I didn't ask for it. So yeah, appreciate that.
I've never seen anyone do that
Have you
before.
not?
So
Oh, no, I always do.
Yeah. Really good.
Never. Yeah.
That's your profit, Lloyd, isn't it, normally?
This is perfect. So another one from one of our listeners, I believe. He posted on a Facebook group. It was Joe Watson. So he posted some Slam Attacks Oscar cards. So I picked up the green to 50 and the speckle refractor. And he sent them like within a couple of hours of me buying them. So he like showed me pictures of him posting it, and can't complain about that. Top guy. Really appreciate it. So yeah, thanks for that, Joe. Also picked up some living set cards from Wrestling Cards Worldwide, which if you're in the UK, you've probably seen because he's got so many cards on his website. Michael, isn't it? Yeah, so he was doing a really good deal. I think it was, what was it? Buy free, get free.
Yeah, so he's always got deals running, hasn't he? Sort of, throughout the month. But yes, when it's sort of events and stuff, like he was doing a really good deal and doing good prices,
Yeah.
wasn't he? So
that's it. Yeah, I mean, it was 6 living set cards for £12. So I think that was the posted price as well. So yeah, really, really appreciate that. Turned up yesterday, I think. And what else have I bought? Some pogs, courtesy of Mr. David Lloyd, pointing me into the pog direction, not French this time. And finally, I'm not going to go through all of them because there's probably like 60, 70 cards, but the Chalk Man on eBay, Chalky, great guy, been having some really good conversations with him this week. He's done me some deals. I mean, I'll just tell you, one of the insert sets that I bought the whole set from it's called Turn Back the Clock. Do you know that one, Jamie?
Yeah, I do. You're from Heritage.
Yeah. So it's the cards of older cards.
Yeah.
It did, however, have one card from the Wacky World of Wrestling in it. So when I was bidding on it, I was
favourite.
like, I kind of can't believe that I'm bidding on this, but and then Chalky actually said he just listened to that episode, like as I was buying it or as he was sort of selling it or whatever, and he was like, "Wow, that's ironic, isn't it?" So, yep, yeah, really good guy. So check out his eBay. He's got tons on there. The Chalk Man on eBay. And he also, something I'll just quickly mention is he's doing something for the month of December. So he's doing a pack a day advent calendar style. So he's buying a couple of blasters and then he's going to open a pack a day.
Nice.
So
cool.
I think I am going to join him on that, and I'm going to get some blasters in, and I'm going to open a pack a day for Christmas.
If you do that, I will join you. I'll do exactly the same. I'll buy a couple of blasters as well. That sounds a really cool idea.
Yeah, that's it. Something to look forward to. Do it You going to do it, Dave?
Go on then. Yeah, well, if everyone else is bloody doing it, why not?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Okay.
Wicked. So we'll have a little competition and see, who gets the best relic or who gets the best this or that.
Okay. That sounds good.
And yeah, something to look forward to.
Just talking about the Chalk Man as well. I've done dealings with him on eBay in the past for Heritage as well, actually. And between us, we both needed a few cards. I needed a couple of the roster edition cards and bits and pieces like that. Again, really good guy. We messaged back and forth on eBay. We've done some swaps back and forth, not just, selling and buying. So, can't ring him up. And again, if you need base cards or anything like that, hit him up on eBay. A good guy. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I mean, he's sorted me out all week and I couldn't appreciate it anymore. So, yeah, thank you. And breaks-wise, I have been quite quiet on wrestling breaks. I've been doing some soccer ones. But I did do an AEW hobby box break the other day. I bought 3 packs. So the last 3 spots. Nothing crazy, but a silver top rope of Ray Phoenix. I think I also got a Pyro Sting magazine. And that was on Armageddon it's a group on Facebook. So yeah, check them out. They have lots of Star Wars and Doctor Who breaks on there. So yeah, something a little bit different to your normal sports stuff. But yeah, that's about it from me this week. I've had a lot of fun, buying bits, but I haven't bought anything sort of massive. Not overly anyway. Yeah. How about you, Dave? Anything cool this week?
Well, I'm a man of my word.
Mm-hmm.
My menagerie is now complete. A wimboy.
Sorry, Noah.
The arc is now full. I haven't grown a beard for it though. It's rained quite a lot.
Piss it down in a week, yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I went out after we last spoke and got my Tigers. So the first one I got it very reasonably priced as well, and that's the Tony D'Angelo rookie card Premier rookie card. So I literally bought Tony the Tiger.
Is it great? Yeah,
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, trademark, surely. But yeah, so that was amazing. I was very, very happy I got that, and Travis helped me out with that. So thank you, boy. You know how much I love you. I also got the Tommaso Ciampa ringside as well. So I did a deal with one of our listeners, Logan Bryan, and he also threw in a purple and orange Nikki ASH as well.
Nice.
And I think they're quite difficult to find actually. Purple and oranges. They're not very overly readily available as parallels within the blasters. It's a strange one. Obviously they're not numbered, but I don't know. If I were you guys, I'd keep an eye out for them.
Okay,
I mean,
that's a good shout.
I think a lot of people think they're quite ugly, and but that may add to their rarity. I'm not sure. So that was cool. So yeah, I have 2 zebras, I have 2 elephants, I have 2 tigers. No more on the print side. I'm stopping there on the print side for now, unless I can find like a Nikita maybe or a Bron. We'll see.
For the piece.
So I did after a couple of days ago. I got it this morning. So I picked up. This is another one that I think is quite rare. So I picked up an Omos Mezzane, silver. So the Mezzanes aren't guaranteed for every blaster, right? Then generally you get one, but they're not guaranteed. No. And I have seen a lot of blasters open without Mezzane on them.
Same, yeah.
And silvers, Mezzanes, I obviously think that the ringside silvers are obviously a lot harder to find. I get it. And they're a lot more expensive. I get it. But the rarity of the Mezzane silvers, I think, is up there as well. You don't see that many of them. You see a hell of a lot Concourse and Premier.
Yeah.
But I think one to watch in the future are the Mezzanine Silvers. I love Mezzanine. Mezzanine's like, for me, out of the tiers, it's probably my favourite. I'd say.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's some centering issues on them sometimes. I saw one, a Mr. Perfect one that was terrible. Like literally, yeah, it was like under his armpit almost. But I do think they're beautiful. I really do. I'm a big fan of Ringside as well, and I'm a big fan of Premier. I think Concourse is my least favourite, but yeah, I don't know. There's something about it. I think it's a bit special. And the other thing was that happened this morning. So there's a bit of a story to this one, and I did post it on our Facebook earlier on as a little teaser. So a couple of days ago, Bruno from BC Breaks, he's doing another one soon, actually. So I've got my eye kept on Facebook as well before it drops. So he did his fourth case break of NXT 2.0 Panini. So I very lucky again to pick up Bron Breaker, and weirdly as well, he included this time round Nikita. He didn't last 3 times he hasn't included Nikita, and she only has one card in the set.
Right.
So, and it was quite, I wouldn't say overly expensive, but it was like, I wouldn't have gone for it normally kind of thing. I just thought it's unique. Why not? It's my chance to get a Nikita from that set, like a numbered card, basically.
Yeah.
So just to give backstory, I didn't do the first 2. I did see a Bron shirt relic out of 99 auto come out the second break. I went on the third break. I did Bron. I just got base. I also took Ciampa, and I also took Legend de Fantasmo.
Yeah, you said you were trying to cover yourself, weren't you, with going Ciampa? Yeah,
exactly. So there are dual Bron autos, and one's with Ciampa and the other one's with Santos. So I thought on that third one, I thought like let's cover it off. It didn't work out for me. I got a load of Phantasma cards. Great. They're still in. I still haven't got them yet, so I'm sure they'll be fantastic. Whatever. So this time round, I went for Bron. I went for Nikita. Somebody took Phantasmas, and Ciampa just stood there for ages. And I thought, there's no point. Like, if someone's got I'm bound to, like, if I get Ciampa, I'm bound, like, Escobar will come up or something like that. So I just thought, screw it. I'm only going to go for those 2, see what happens. I think it was 5-6 packs in, 6 boxes in. So this is a case break out of 12 boxes.
okay.
About 5 or 6 in, he pulls Bron and Ciampa out of 10 dual auto gold.
For the listeners, what happens in that situation?
So Ciampa actually didn't sell.
Oh, okay.
On outright
In
the main. So he went to a filler. So what happened? I think there was 11 spots left, and I think he put like 20 spots down, and the top 11 got to basically choose which one they want.
Who they wanted
sequentially. Sequentially down until you get to the 11th.
Yeah.
And Ciampa was on that. So I think he was like $9, and somebody picked it up for $7.5.
Wow.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there going, "Oh my god, the reason I was up." So this started off at like 3:00 this morning.
Wow.
So our time, and the reason I was up, my boy's got a cold at the minute, so he was coughing away, and he woke me up, and I just noticed, oh, it's on. So I started watching it, and it was about 38 minutes in or something like that. This happened, and I'm like, oh my god. So what happens then is that they spin the wheel. Or to be honest, I have seen them do it where it's like the random selector. But this one turned out to be spin the wheel. Yeah. So it was basically a coin toss between me and this other guy. 50-50. What will be. I was fucking kicking myself. I was like, why? Like the one time you don't cover it off and your pants are down, basically. Well, you know? Yeah,
And
it's crazy.
Did he do that at the end of the break? So you had that whole time from sort of box 5 or 6 till box 12.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I really didn't think it was my night. So so the last 3 breaks, none of the Nikita cards have come up, and then he pulls an out of 25 Nikita, which is I think that it's NXT 2.0 is the colors of it. But it's not tie dye. It's 2.0.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And so he pulls that, and it's got a little bend on the corner. I'm like, oh man! I mean, that's $100. I don't know what money is. It's like $100 card or something like that.
It's interesting though, because I had a think of my Shayna, in the box. There's a few thinks on the numbered cards in this NXT set.
Well, that's the thing. Like, then he pulls a Nikita out of 49.
Nice.
I'm like, okay, yet again, little bend on the corner. I'm like, it's not as bad as the out of 25 apparently, but it's still noticeable. So I'm like, this is not going to be my night. So I have to then wait until the whole break's done, the whole revision of what everyone got.
Yeah.
That's all done. And then he spins it at the end, and it's a 50-50 split. I'm there in bed. The missus is dozing. I wouldn't say she's sleeping because the baby's waking us up.
And you're there basically
rocking, rocking the bed. Like, oh my God.
Come on.
Come on. And then, I was very lucky. It fell my way, basically.
Well done.
Congrats.
So it's a massive card. It's worth a lot of money. It's going into the PC. It means the world to me getting this kind of thing.
Well done,
nice.
mate.
Yeah, I was very, very. I think it also solidified, and we kind of talked about this off air. It has kind of solidified where I'm going in my PC, because obviously you guys know that I've been trying to figure out what to do, and I'm pretty much like not stopping fully with everyone, but just slowing the fuck down. Definitely Bron is going to be pretty much my numero uno. I will keep an eye out for everyone else, and those cards will come up, I'm sure, and whatever. But I do feel like I'm going down that way. And it's more to do with like the financial backing of it. I do believe he's going to be a massive asset in WWE going forward.
Yeah.
I think his cards are cheap now. I think they won't be in the future. I think if I want to sell them in the future, I'll be making some money if I did. So I think that's where I'm going. And it's a shame, because I love collecting like all the stuff I collect. But I think it's just, in my mind, especially with how much space and room I've got left, and you know what I mean, it's just, I just can't keep going what I'm doing basically right now. I just don't have the room. Unless I bought like a storage unit, which I'm not buying a storage unit for cards. So it was a successful week and a half for us. So just made up, really.
Yeah, really well done.
Good times.
I think that's quite a good tactic what you've done there as well, like thinking about what the potential jewels are and sort of covering yourself as well for the future. It's something I've never considered before. So
No.
That as well, and we're also one little thing. I think Chris can add to this as well. Before, we'll go to you, Jamie, with it. Thinking of the future as well, potentially. Tommy's been doing a lot. So around us, we've got Travis and Tommy. They're both going nuts getting PSA cards done right now because of the price and the bulk that you can do. Fantastic, good on them. I think they've both submitted like 80 cards each or something in the last couple of months. It's ridiculous. To me, it's ridiculous because it's just, I just can't imagine submitting that much. Good on them though, like cool. I know Travis had a massive win. Like he had like 37 PSA 10s come back recently. Yeah. Tommy's had some big wins as well.
Yeah.
Kurt Hanning card, it's done well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So all good. So Tommy's doing bulk submissions from ATP, and Chris and I are in them basically. So,
is this the first time you've submitted cards to be graded, Dave?
Yes.
Yeah, same for me.
I have owned.
Yeah.
And I own PSA cards.
That's it. Yeah.
I've never submitted before.
No,
so
me either.
So do you want to give a quick rundown of what you submitted?
Do you want to do yours first while I just get the picture? Because I can't remember.
Okay. So I went, half my menagerie went off. So the zebras went off. So Omos and Dolph. The elephant, John Cena's gone. The RVD out of 5 green, that went. The premiere of that's a lovely card. And I can't remember what else I sent. What else did I send? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my Bron Breaker out of 25 tie-dye.
Yeah.
Which he noticed that there was a bit of a dimple in the back.
Yeah.
Which may or may not impact it. We don't know.
Yeah, let's hope not.
I didn't notice it.
No.
So
I went for 10. So I've gone for 10 cards. I won't give the whole details, but there's like an Alexa rookie, Sasha Banks rookie. I've got an Oscar to 5, Slam Attacks Chrome, Undertaker to 10, again Slam Attacks Chrome, and my prized possession Hogan to 99 yellow colour match.
Nice.
I've done a few soccer cards and then a Bron Breaker also and like a Rhea Ripley also. But yeah, all mainly stuff for the PC. I'll probably try and move on the soccer ones. But yeah, wish us luck, I guess. It's a bit daunting sending off like your most valuable cards, but you know, that's what it is. We trust Tommy, so yeah.
That's kind of how I always feel about, like, there are cards I've got here that I would love to send off to get graded. Like, some of them are sort of, they're quite, not necessarily rare in value, but rare actually in existence sort of thing. And I've kind of felt like if I was doing it on my own, then I'd be really quite wary about posting it off to the States and all that side of things. But again, it's that knowing that it's out of your hands, you know. I think I feel a lot safer doing like you guys have, like cards that have rarity, but they're not irreplaceable, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah.
Well, don't get me wrong, I've got a few 1-of-1s going off as well, probably. But I know what you're saying. I completely agree with you. I think you've got to be ready. Yeah. And like in your mind. And you've got to know what you want to do with them as well. Like for me personally, there are investment, but it's more for protection and for my PC. A lot of people would get them done to flip them for more money. Like that's not what I'm doing, but there's no wrong. You know what I mean? It's like it's whatever you want to do.
Personal preference sort of thing.
Exactly.
Definitely.
But yeah. So what he's doing is like 25 at the minimum 25 subs per 3 months. So we'll just keep you updated. I've definitely got a next 5. The next 3 of my menagerie will be going off in the next lot. No doubt, and a few other bits and pieces. But I think I'm looking at the end of it, at the year, to have about 25 to 30 cards.
Yeah, that's cool.
But that will just go into like a PC. It won't, like, I'm not going to probably do anything with it.
Well, if you guys have took the plunge as well, maybe I will take the plunge and I'll hit Tommy up and get involved. Because again, I've always wanted to, but never took the risk to sort of do the submissions. So, you know, if there's someone doing it here that we will know, then I'll give it a go as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
And Tommy's great with it as well. I mean, he will, like...
He looked over
take the time. Oh, yeah. We were like, and we're waiting. Tommy, we're waiting. What are you looking at?
I see a few things here, and we're like, yeah, what?
Yeah, like,
what is it?
Yeah, like, whoa. But no, he's been absolutely fantastic. I've asked him so many questions about it, 'cause I just don't know. And it's a great experience, because like this is great as well, because we're actually learning ourselves doing this podcast, right? And we're just learning every day.
I might go down to Tommy's house with my shoebox of cards and say, "Look, Tommy, go through these. What do you reckon the nicest ones?" And you can have them. You know, it's, I hope you guys get some nice numbers back. Definitely.
Yeah, couple of 10s in there will please us. So yeah. Watch
if my space. John Cena's not a 10, fuck John Cena.
Back to
like,
fucking
seriously.
John Cena, yeah.
No, seriously. Like, I pulled that out of the pack myself. It cannot be. Yeah. Like, but you know, it's just not due to that. Like cards, as we've seen with NXT, right? Yeah. Like you pull them. Oh mate, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So weirdly though, sometimes it doesn't actually impact the price of the card that much. I mean, I saw Trav sell his Cody for loads of money, and he had the biggest print line down it, and like it was visible, and he said it on the thing, and people still bought it. So it's a crazy world. Sorry, Jamie, go on, mate.
No, you're quite all right. It's, again, that PSA stuff always interests me, and I'm still very intrigued with trying to work out if I'm doing it myself. So yeah, always good to hear that someone's doing it over here. So, so purchases, it's payday week for me. So this is my splurge of a week, really. I'll start with the misses. So first of all, I had a load of Orange Flash appear on eBay. Now, I'm still learning about the Panini sort of parallels and stuff, and obviously I'm going after the Red Wave, but I haven't even started looking at Select it, and this Orange Flash lot appeared on eBay. It was up for a starting bid of $40, and there was sort of quite a few cards in there. Then it was a really good mix of stuff that would really get me going, sort of like big names in there and stuff like that. But I missed it. It went for 46, so I bid 45 and just thought I'll keep an eye overnight. And then I fell asleep and missed it. Yeah. So I don't really know where to go from here, whether or not I keep an eye out and sort of decide what I'm going to go for, because obviously I want to try and get a base, but I don't want to go for the pure base. So we'll see. But I was a bit gutted by that, because I thought Orange Flash would have been a fairly cost-effective one to go afterwards, and quite a cool one as well, you know? So,
I think you might get more of it as well, like bulk load of it, because you do get like 2 or 3, I think at least 2 per blaster.
Yeah. And that's the same as like,
so if people open
waves, like, you know, there's plenty of them about, you know, so we'll see. But that was a bit of a miss. I was a bit gutted that I didn't get that going, but yeah, once I decide what I'm going to do, I'll go for that, really. Red Waves, so we mentioned a little bit. I bought another lot of 41. I don't mind sharing the cost of this, but I got this lot for $26 shipped.
Wow, nice.
And that was 41. There might be some dupes in there, but in this lot were like not crap names. There was Cena in there, Austin was in there, Michaels, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair was in there. So there's quite a lot of big names, and it really ticks off those names big. I think The Rock was in there as well, actually, as well. So that now brings me down to 98. So yeah, down to quite a lot. So slowly getting there, but I
doing well. Yeah,
yeah. I think I'm probably going to be getting to the point now where I don't want to be buying a load of bulk. I might have to start buying them individually now. And you think, well, 98, even if I buy them for $1 each, like, you know, that is what it is, really. I can do that gradually. So yeah, 41 more bought. Yeah, 98 left to go.
That's going to look epic when you've finished it and you've got them all laying there, like out in front of you. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So yeah,
I'm really chuffed so far, and that's coming down quicker than I thought it would, actually. So again, like you said earlier about obviously people like pumping and dumping this stuff, like, you know, there's loads of it appearing now, and it's so cheap. Yeah. I think if you look going after cards, like you were saying, Lloydy, as well, like if you want these ones, just hang on, and they do come down in price, don't they? So,
I tell you what, though, that this was discussed on the break yesterday, like, and I do agree with it. Like, loads of people discuss this. It's first year Prism. Like, I'm still debating whether or not to buy in 1 or 2 boxes at some point and just stashing them away. You can get them for about $350 at the minute, still around that. I think that I can't imagine them going down that much further at all. But there's just, you know what, like if you look on, for example, Steel City, and you look at Undisputed Chrome, they've got old ones on there, but they're worth thousands of pounds.
Money, yeah.
Prism has got the potential to be like 3-4 grand, per hobby in the next 3 or 4 years. But the outlay, especially when the pound, and we'll talk more about this in a bit, when the pound sucks, is a tough one.
I think,
but
I think I saw them actually go down even further than 350. I think they were like, I want to say like 295 or 275. So yeah, there is maybe a little bit of wiggle room there. Yeah, but I think that's a good shout, Dave. I'd like to be able to do that myself. Think about it.
It is an investment, and you got to hope the chips fall your way.
That's it.
But highly likely, you're gonna make your money back.
I don't think you can go wrong with sealed wax either. If you've got the money to buy a box and just have it sit there, then just sit on it. Like you'll get your money back, I think, in time, definitely.
Even these people that bought it for like $1,000 at the time, like they knew what they were doing, because they knew, like, either you pump dump or you hold.
Yeah,
and I think that a lot of people are holding right now.
And Yeah, talking about the red waves and stuff. Like, if anyone has got any red waves over here, hit me up on Facebook because I'll be in the market to buy them. At 98, there's still over half to get from that set. So yeah, let me know. And again, if anyone PCs anyone, I've got quite a few doubles here. So if anyone's after any, just hit me up and I'll happily send them out to you. So then moving on, Chrome 2015. So I'm going after all the atomics. Again, this has been my long-term challenge. It's been really, really tough. For anyone who didn't know, so Atomic were only available in Walmart blasters, and you only got 4 per blaster box. So it's been quite a hard thing, and I started doing it originally when I went out to the States back in 2015. I bought a load of blasters and just carried on from there. Little did I know how hard it would be nearly 8 years on.
Jesus.
But I had a bit of a splurge. I thought, look, if I'm going to make a push to finish this, I'm going to try and finish this. So I picked up last week some of the final ones. So I had Nikki Bella, Xavier Woods, Ultimate Warrior, which I had to pay $30 for. But that was basically 4 or 5. I also picked up a Lana as well. So that only leaves me now with the 2 big hitters. That leaves me with Alexa Bliss, which is the biggest card probably in that set, and the Hogan. So they're going to be big money cards. So I don't really know when I'm going to get them, really, but they're the last 2 cards I need. I can obviously get them. I'll just have to pay the price for them ultimately.
Yeah.
My question to you guys is, do I go raw, or if I'm paying a lot of money for them, do I just get them the slab version of them, know that that's an investment regardless? I'm more inclined to buy the Hogan slabs over the Alexa Bliss. If I can get her raw, that's fine. But yeah, a bit of a tough decision. They're going to be real big boy purchases, but that would be the complete set.
I take it all the rest is raw, right?
Yeah, just top loaded. Yeah.
So I'd be more inclined. So I'm a bit like OCD with shit like this.
So am I. Because
personally, I would buy them raw because I'm OCD and I would want them all raw. If I was you, I'd buy them raw, and at some point I'd look also to buy them a separate one slabbed as well. So
my thought process is that if I was ever to part with them, I don't think having those 2 cards slabbed would impact the value of the entire set.
No.
I think as a base set of Atomics, that would be about the same. But again, that would be a decision to make somewhere down the line. But yeah, I thought I've got to close this out as soon as I can, really. Especially if I'm now thinking what the next thing is going to be, like the long-term challenge. So yeah, over the moon so far. But also picked up.
I'd probably go for the Alexa Raw and the Hogan slabbed. I don't know why. I just have that one slabbed one. It's a great image on that one. So yeah,
especially being the final card, which I probably will get. That would be like the one to complete the set.
That's it. Yeah.
But yeah. So that was my, and I also picked up the page actually as well. So you were saying earlier on about that Soraya new arrivals. I was going to go a bit more on it, but I changed my mind and actually splurged out and bought the Page Atomic Rookie. So that was bought Comp C.
That's cool.
So yeah, and I timed that quite right because I think that price is starting to go up again now she's appeared. So so that was those big purchases, and then just a few little bits and pieces really. So the stickers I mentioned earlier, picked up some more Pyro cards on Com C for the AW set. So I've got the first 10. Again, they didn't cost anything. And I've started a new PC this week. I'm going after the numbers of 25 film strip relics. So these were from the Topps flagship last year. Was it flagship last year?
It was, yeah.
So I picked up the Taker and Michael's from Mania for $15. Nice. So I'm going to try and go after all of those, not realising there was 39 to collect. So Jesus, so that may be the replacement of Atomic. So I'll let you guys know. But
did you say that you're going for to 25 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Not even just the base.
No, to 25. Well, I like a challenge.
What colour is to 25? Is it orange?
Purple.
Purple. Okay.
Yeah. So I have an orange, which is the 50, I believe.
And I've got a base that's
Yeah.
So I'm not in any rush. It's like, I think once I've got the Atomic done, that will be something then to go after. And that'll be like the long-term chase. So,
Weirdly, you don't see, and not to discourage you because I think it's awesome, but weirdly, you don't see that many prop up.
No, you don't.
Not in the UK anyway.
You don't see that many.
So I've always thought it's a bit weird.
The prices don't seem to be too bad on American eBay either. But I think it's going to be a case that one crops up. Like, I don't think there's many people even buying these now, is there really? Like, I don't think they're as appealing as they once were. So as I see them, I'll just grab them, I think.
Yeah, I don't think the blasters sold that well. Like, I've seen them get quite heavily discounted.
I think there's a reason.
Yeah. Which is what I'm sort of aiming at is you might find that quite a tough one because they're just so much wax still unripped.
Yeah,
but definitely a cool one to go for. I really really like them. And at first, when they came out, I really wanted to go for a few of the sort of the Brett and the Bulldog ones and things, but they were, at the time, they were a little bit out of my price range, I would say. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I'll see where I go with it. Like, I might get a couple and think, actually, this is going to be a bloody nightmare. But, we'll see. But like you said, I've not actually seen them in hand yet. They just look quite cool. And I think, like, the Wednesday in Action cards, I quite look something a bit different. So we'll see. But
they are nice when you get them in hand. They are nice. Yeah.
So I
was surprised how much I like them, but it's just a shame that they're attached to that shit ass set. To be honest, it's terrible. I think that's the worst product. Like we talk a lot about good products, but I just can't think like that product as a set, other than that film strip.
Yeah. That was kind of the saving grace of it, really. Like, it's the only reason I went for a blaster was because I wanted a film strip.
The autos weren't too bad. At least they were on card.
They were, yeah.
It was just, how bad. To be a flagship as well. It was like the Matrix. They tried to make it into the fucking Matrix. What were they doing?
So that pretty much rounds up my stuff this week. Really, I sort of I've just most of my purchases have just been trying to tick off and closing things out. Really, so there we go.
Wicked. Wow, some good stuff all round there, in my opinion. Some nice cards.
Done well.
Shall we move on to our top 5 of this week, which is colour matches? So tricky one in wrestling, like in other things. Obviously, you have like your colour of your shirt in football, and numbers and things like that. Whereas, wrestling's a little bit different. So, some interesting cards about to be spoken about. Dave, do you want to start us off for your colour matches?
And I've got a load of. Thing is, we always do like honourable mentions, but I think potentially a couple of the honourable mentions might even potentially get onto the Mega 5 because there's stuff we've all done our top 5, and then stuff has been coming out of the woodwork.
We've changed our mind,
and we haven't changed our minds. We've kept on with what we believe, but there's so many good ones that I think this for me is going to be the hardest one to try and Mega 5 out of it. Obviously there's no wrong answer, as we always say, but this week I think it's going to be tough. So number 5, Shotzi Topps Chrome 2021 green. So out of 99. Could be so many different Shotzi cards that you can put in here.
Yeah.
Travis has said about the lime green from Select.
Yeah.
I also really like the green from Prism as well, her base card in green on Prism. Yeah. She's made for a colour match.
Absolutely.
She's green hair. The tattoos go well with it as well. What she wears goes well with it. Fantastic. That card, the chrome one in itself, I think is kind of iconic now. It kind of symbolises her card, I think, a lot of way, and it sells really well. It's held its price. So number 4, Mandy Rose, Topps Finest 2020, red out of 5. Obviously, she's Mandy Rose. Her gear is red, and it's a red card. I do think this is when she turned the corner as well. NXT has obviously been her saviour, but I really think that this card was really. I know it's not her rookie card or anything like that, but her in this set is just before she really took off.
Yeah.
I think it's a great looking card. I don't think it will be in the Mega 5 at all, but I like it. And I'm not a massive Mandy Rose fan, and I think there's been a load of... I mean, we're very lucky. We need to talk about this as well. We're very lucky that over the last couple of years, there has been so many colour matches. There's loads in tops, and obviously Panini has carried on that trend. And they all look fantastic as far as I'm concerned. I think if you get a good colour match, they all look good. Mandy Rose has got some lovely ones in Select as well.
Yeah.
Really spot on. Number 3, Asuka, Tops, Women's Division, 2020. It's the green and pink that matches her hair, and that's the auto on that. I really love that card. I think it's what a colour match should be. It's the exact colour match.
It's sort of like top and bottom as well, isn't it? It's really nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's brilliant. It is up there for me with one of the best. The auto on it looks great as well. Her auto always looks great. On card auto as well. I think it's great. I can't fault it. Number 2, Hogan Ringside Panini Select 2020. Out of 10 gold, but it's either the gold or the flash. When that came out, I was straight on to people to say, this is amazing. This. I always look at sets and I look at some of the cards and think that is world class. Like, I know that's a stupid thing. Like, what does that even mean? World class. But that for me is like the top of the top. And that card for me, I was just like, I'm blown away. I think it looks beautiful. And it's Hogan. You know what I mean? It's Hollywood Hogan. It's all American Hulk Hogan at his finest. It's great. I love it. And number 1, Sasha Banks, Tops Transcendent, 2019. It's autographed, but it's the purple. You guys have seen it.
We have.
It's I mean, there's so many Sasha Banks cards that you can put in. They are all so many colour matches. It's unreal. I know, Chris, you've got your favourite in the Panini. Is it Panini? Panini Prism.
Yeah.
The blue.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was out. Is that a 49? Something?
I should have it
Blues
written down.
199, isn't it?
199, yeah.
Yes, 199,
yeah. But also Travis is one of the biggest Sasha Banks fans I've known, and he said his favourite is the Panini colour match, her auto, which is blue as well.
Nice.
So on the similar line.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. Yeah.
But for me, when I think of colour match, I think of Sasha Banks. Like, I literally, like, with all the colours that she's had, she is, for me, the ultimate person to colour match across the board. Maybe she won't be around anymore. I don't know, but it's a shame because her cards are always interesting.
And I think we've noticed with all of these things as well, like the divas for these colour matches, like because they've all got such bright hair, bright gear, like they are perfect for colour matches, and you can see why they're so popular and why they have such a good price. You know?
Yeah.
100%.
I think a nice little collection of like colour matched Sasha cards all next to each other would be a really cool piece to have. There's just so many.
I do think there's so much value out of them as well, and they cost a fortune. I mean, it's ridiculous. But no, I love them. I think they're great.
I think it's thinking, generalise about colour matches as well, like thinking outside the box. Like if you think there's someone in this set, you think, oh, that might be quite a cool colour match. Have a look online because they sort of do creep up a little bit. You sort of think, oh, I'll grab that. Hold on, like you said, like Tony the Tiger and stuff. Like, I can't remember the name of the guy in NXT. What's the Tiger guy in NXT?
Oh God. Yeah. Tiger something.
Obviously, like if he has a tiger with his tiger gear, like, if you can get these sort of unique ones, they sort of all go under the radar a bit, No,
I agree. I mean, it's I love colour matches. I got more joy out of doing this one, I think, than any of the other ones we've done so far. To be honest, because it's just
we're very quick with this one. I thought.
Yeah, it just took us a couple of days. We're like, oh, we love all of this. Yeah, so that's good. So, Jamie, over to you.
Right, okay. So, like you said, like there are so much variety, and I think we were quite quick with these. So I'll go through my ones now. Some of them are sort of fairly similar to yours, Lloydy. So starting off number 5, the Sheeda, the main features from AEW Upper Deck. I've gone for the purple parallel. Nice gear match with this. I say it's a gear match. It sort of really suits quite nicely with the Sheeda sort of gear and everything. So it's like a purple and reddy colour. I think it's just like quite a moody looking card. So I don't know if you guys have seen that, but that's my number 5 anyway. I'll put that in there. Again, then
before you go further, you've gone for the shids.
Yeah, the shids.
That's the first time. Like behind the curtain, we call it. Well, I call it the shids. Anytime Sheeda's named, it's the shids.
So I love this card. Yeah. I really enjoy this one. And I was saying I was trying to go after the purple because this is when I first noticed there was a purple parallel set in AEW that I needed to get. So really nice card. Number 4 is a bit of an insert set. This is from Heritage 2015, and there's an NWO tribute set in Heritage 2015. Now, all the photos pretty much have the guys in their black and white NWO gear, and the card is also, all of them are black and white. So I put this in there as sort of a whole set, really. So you've got like your big names, your Hogan, Halls, Big Shows, X-Pac, and all that. So, that's my number 4. It's a nice little subset to get as well if you're an NWO fan. So, get that as a good price. Have a look at that one online. Number 3, BBM 2015, Jushin Liger. Now, this is kind of a colour match, kind of not. It's sort of like got a red filter across the whole lot, but with the Liger, it really stands out. So this is a really nice card. This is one that I want to try and get in my PC as well, because I do PC a bit of Liger on the side. So, number 3, BBM 2015, Liger in his red gear. Number 2, and I'm sure you guys have seen this one being Bret Hart fans. The concourse in Panini Select this year is the pink gear, and it's out at number 75, and it's a really pink card. It's a really vibrant. It's a proper Bret Hart pink. So I'm going to put it as my number 2. I think it's a really nice colour match. Really nice, clear, classic image of Bret. It just really pops. I think it's a really, really nice card. Have you guys seen this one?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
So. But the thing is that there is also another pink, isn't there, out of 49, which is an even brighter pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like candy floss pink almost.
Really pink.
Really, really, really pink. So, thing is, he's done really good on the colour match on that. And as well, Natalia did as well. I think the Hearts did very well.
I think
on the select.
I think select for these sort of colour matches, like if you can get them right, they're really, really nice, and that replicates my number 1 here. Hulk Hogan, the gold flash in select. I really, really like this finish on this card. It's really nice. It's the sort of late 2000s Hulk Hogan leaning over the ropes, doing the hand to the ear.
Yeah, and
it's a beautiful card. Really, really nice card. And I think it's the same one that you had as well, Lloyd. Is it the same one in your list?
Yeah, it's the same one. So you've gone for the flash, and I'm regardless. It's either the gold or the flash. It's just
it's the same image, isn't it?
Same image.
Yeah, it's the same image. It's
just different.
Yeah.
So an honourable mention, something that I only clocked the other day, was a Dude Love. I think it was a Dude Love tie-dye or a Dude Love similar card with all the colours, and I thought that was a really nice colour match, and I wish I'd seen it too.
Yeah, we need to discuss that further down, because Travis has also basically, you said it first, but it was straight after. That's the Mezzanine Dude Love tie-dye out of 25.
Yeah.
And that for me is a contender.
Yeah, it's a really nice card.
So we need to speak about that one.
They've come to light after, but
yeah.
So a good mix, and again, like vibrant colour matches, and you can get some really good ones out there. So I'm always on the lookout for a nice colour match, and the price of it, I will grab it. So Chris, where does that leave you? Yours?
So I've got a couple of the same kind of, same ballpark, let's say. But the first one is exactly the same. So it's Shotzi, the Topps Chrome 21. It's the green color match. I pulled it myself. So whenever I've pulled something myself, it just feels that little bit more special to me. And then when we were looking through these, I sort of found my one and noticed that it's 66 of 99, eBay 1 of 1 right there. So yeah. Just,
is she related to Andre the Giant?
Probably. I think everyone is.
Geez, that card's still fucking sitting there. We'll move on.
But yeah, like Dave spoke about this at length. So yeah, I agree with everything he said, and it's just, I don't know why, it just seems like synonymous with Shotzi now. When I think of that colour match, that's the one I think of. I think probably because it was around, so much before, before any of the Panini stuff. I do also have the Shotzi colour match at Slam Attacks as well. So the green there, but I think the image on the Chrome is just that little bit nicer. So I chose that one. Number 4, I've gone with the Demon Finn Balor. The Panini Prism, it's a ruby red wave, so it kind of matches his gear and face paint. But then, Dave, you pointed out that it looks like he's taking a dump in the picture.
Yeah, demon shit.
Shit.
Well, no, it's two things. Like, so Travis has put this one in as well. I think it's the red or the ruby. Wave.
Yeah, either really. But yeah,
either one. I'm gonna turn face here, and I'm gonna say I liked Demon Finn in the sticker book as a color match, whatever. Have you seen his shiny?
Yeah.
And I think that's like that. It's Jamie's getting but I honestly, the sticker is the best sticker in the book in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it was one of the first ones I pulled actually. Yeah, it was the first.
I love it, and that for me is the for him is like the ultimate color match. It's the ultimate. Like none of the other stickers are like that.
Okay, so here's a first for the top 5. I'm gonna replace the demon shitter for the sticker. The sticker
I
fin.
loved it.
So yeah, there you go.
I loved it. It was the highlight of the book for me. And well done. That's good.
Cool. So number 3, it's my boy, it's Sheamus. So top Slam Attacks Chrome, my favourite. Is the 25 orange. So it's a ginger colour match basically. One thing I would say about this as well is when I've been looking through, different sets and different colours and things, I found a few more Sheamus that you could kind of say were colour matches. So I think it's his Topps Chrome again, where it's the green card. So it's like the Irish flag. Do you know what I mean? So you've got the green of Ireland, the orange of Sheamus's hair, and then there's a little bit of white in there as well. And Dave had one the other day that was...
I'm floating them across the screen.
I've got it written down, but it's the red to 5. I think it was from your Finest, Topps Finest. And again, it's the image on that one, it looks like that's a real good colour match as well.
And the best of British as well.
And the best of British that we both have, yeah. I just thought on the Finest, though, it just looks a little bit better. I don't know why. The colours just go a bit more. But even more than that, I think the Slam Attacks Chrome one is the top of that for me.
I'm still waiting for trade offers for these, by the way.
I don't think I have anything that you'd want, in all honesty. I've got a bronze auto, but I think you've already got it.
I have already got it, but you never know. You never know. I might have more.
I might get a PSA 10 in that, so then you might not.
Do a trade with Lloydy, then trade it on to you, Chris, for something out of your collection.
Oh, there you go.
What do you want,
Well, I've
Jamie?
got a Drew McIntyre order from NXT, so if you fancy a Drew McIntyre at some point,
Maybe.
anyway, we'll see.
This could get
Thinking.
complicated.
This could get complicated. We'll take it offline.
So number 2, I have, as Dave mentioned earlier, Sasha Banks Prism Blue to 199. It's a hair color match, and yeah, it's just. I think Dave again summed it up earlier. There's just so many different where she's changed her hair so many times, and there's a lot of color matches out there that you can get. But for me, this one just popped the most. But again, since you said about the auto, I have seen that a few times, and that one is probably a bit nice. So
I apologise. Sorry, I didn't know
it's
you're
totally
number 2. I wouldn't have brought it up.
No,
otherwise.
totally fine. A number 1. It's it's the same as your guys' number 1, but it's a different card.
Okay.
And my one's nicer than your one, so yeah.
That's fair. That's fair play.
It's Hogan Top Slam Attacks, yellow gold to 99. I was after this card for a long while. It took me, I want to say, about 3 or 4 months to actually get a hold of this card at a price that I wanted to pay. I think I paid 20 quid for it. And now you can kind of find it for sort of $50-$60, so pounds. I just prefer the image on it. It's what, for me personally, I grew up with a big Hulk Hogan poster on my bedroom wall, and it's the same picture. It's, I don't go much on the image that is in the select one. It's not my favorite version of Hogan. So yeah, so that's, I quite like the gold flash, but I prefer the Slam Attacks Chrome. I think it's way nicer. But I feel like I'm going to get outvoted on the Mega 5 because you guys have both got it.
I've got a thought on this one, so I'll say that for the Mega 5.
I've got a thought as well.
Here we go.
So let's see if our thoughts before we go to other thoughts and we do the countdown clocky. Honourable mentions.
Do some honourable mentions, yeah.
Oh, we've got so many. So a lot we've talked about. I definitely think that the Mick tie-dye Dude Love
shout, yeah.
is it's so tough to leave that out. Lacey Evans, I found this the other day. So Lacey Evans in gold mezzanine out of 10 is a beautiful card. She's wearing yellow and black, and the card is basically yellow black with a bit of red as the mezzanines do, but it's just the card looks like she's a bumblebee. It's amazing. I love that card. I tried to reach out to the dude. He wanted I think about $100 for it.
Okay.
Tried to reach out to him, never got back to me. So sorry, dude. If you don't get back to me, you don't get any Dave's money. Kofi Kingston Fearless inserts, the green version. So he's wearing basically his Power Ranger outfit in green, and he's got a green background to it as well. That, and you can also have it in the Pulsar. Same kind of thing with Sergeant Slaughter as well. You can have him in green, or you can have it with the Pulsar. The Pulsar actually looks like he's got a bit of camo. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
And the other stuff I've been told to say from Travis in the nicest possible way, because he's right. It's the Hogan red, white, and blue.
Yes, I mean that was on my kind of potential list. I had a few that were like red, white, and blues, and he was the main one you think of. I just preferred the yellow color match to that.
Yeah, exactly. And so that specifically, that one is from the Panini Prism.
Yeah,
one the blaster.
The fat packs.
Red, white, and blue. Fat packs, yes. And he also Dusty Rhodes as well for the red, white, and blue.
American Dream.
I don't disagree. I think it's a good shout, Travis. Well done for that.
One more honourable mention for me, just
lots.
something I bumped off my list. I put it on our Instagram feed earlier in the week as well about another colour match for Jeff Hardy was the shocking wins out of 5.
Yeah.
So it was like a red colour with Jeff and the red hair where he beats Triple H. So it didn't make my list. It should have done really, but that's just another honourable mention as well.
And Jamie, did you post earlier in the week? I think it was on Instagram. Was it your Bret Hart relic?
Yes, yeah, of
The
100,
pink.
yeah, the Canadian Blaster one, yeah.
Yeah, the Canadian Blaster one, because that's really nice. That's a beautiful card. So
Yeah.
There's
one
just
And
potentially.
what we're saying, pink. My Dolph Ziggler pink that I got recently as well.
That's select.
I mean, that is that is bang on.
Yeah.
Like that pink on his
Tights.
trousers, tights. Yeah, I'm trying to think what does he wear? Tights. It was proper spot on. So yeah, really good, really good. Christ, I'm not looking forward to this Mega 5. Let's spin the wheel. Let's do it.
ready.
Let's
30
go.
seconds. That's all you're going to have. 1, 2, 3. Countdown clock. Go. Well, yeah, there's our countdown. Then 30 seconds finished. Who the hell wants to start this for Top Mega 5?
I reckon 1, 2, and 5 I can do.
Okay, can I just throw something out there first of all? Then
Go on.
I would like to give Chris's Hogan the higher position than Al Hogan's because it's an ATP card. So that is my argument for, as opposed to ours, which is an American card. So if that tops ours, it does. But that's my thought. I want to, lean towards an ATP.
So mine were all 3. So like, I have him in 2, not 1. The main reason being is because we had Hogan in 1 last
It
week.
just seems to be.
We can't keep doing Hogan.
Can I just say, I think I know what 1 should be, and I don't think any of us put it on our list.
Okay.
I think it's
Go on,
the Dude Love tie-dye.
Okay.
See, I would have him at 3,
Really?
and I would have Sasha 1,
Okay, yeah.
Can I?
just because synonymously for Sasha being who Sasha is. Really, I think if Hogan wasn't in first place last week,
Yeah.
I think we probably would have done Hogan, right?
I mean, yeah, he's number 1 on all of our lists, but yeah, you're right. He's been up there a few times, I think, on our top 5s.
And he's had a.
So's
shitload
Mick
of
as well,
cool
right?
matches as well,
Mick
hasn't
has been, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, and I think Mick is 3.
And
I'd
you
say.
could argue that Sasha is the colour match queen because there's so many, different versions almost. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got your purple, the blue. I'm sure there's other ones, greens
Bit red.
and reds.
Yeah,
and-
God,
yeah.
I just for the sake of being a bit different as well. That's why I say it as well, because it's
I can get on board.
we
with
haven't had Sasha at number 1 yet either for anything. We've I don't think we've ever mentioned Sasha in any of the
Not
polls.
really,
to be
no.
honest. Crazy.
Can I put in a little something?
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier on about my Bret Hart card, and you said
Yes.
obviously the candy floss. Can I upgrade my Bret Hart to the 49? I've just done a quick look, and the 49 is a very vibrant. It's an all pink card, isn't it? As opposed to a pink and a darker pink.
Yeah.
So if we can upgrade the
Yeah,
Bret
yeah.
out of 49 pink, I'd like that in the list somewhere. If you're happy with that, like that really hot pink.
Well, stick that at 4, and then
Shotzi at 5.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's 5, man.
Yeah.
We both, yeah.
She's the
Right.
I think that's.
Let me get my.
Have we just done it?
I think we've.
I think we've done it. So recap. Recap. Shotzi at 5.
Yep.
Specifically, the out of 99 from Chrome. Right. Well, there's so many more that we can do.
Yeah.
I think.
So we're going Brett out of 49.
It's a shame we haven't
pink
got
for number
Finn
4.
in,
Yeah.
but it's Brett out of 49 pink. 3 is tie dye. Mick, I do love. Number 2 is Hogan, and we can put all 3 cards up on there. To be honest, with Hogan, your slam
Anything
attacks, and we
Hogan
can put
gold
Hogan.
goes nicely.
You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
Hogan black and white as well. You know what I mean? But
I just dropped another one in our chat to Chris to clarify which one it was because I hadn't seen his Hogan before. But there's another Hogan gold colour match with the red and yellow from Chrome And it's sort of like the 20th anniversary, and again, that's a nice colour match as well.
It is, yeah.
So yeah,
Crazy,
any Hogan yellow colour matches in, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're going to do that, it's Sasha. Any colour matches the number one. And big shout out to Trav as well because of it. Because his girl is finally at number one.
And he's given us a few ones to mention there that have ended up making the list that weren't on our list. So
I think this is the first time we could have probably done a top 20.
Yeah.
You could just keep going on
easily. Easily. So much fun.
Really fun, yeah.
I think we could do a big topic of colour match cards actually down the line.
Yeah.
It's just, as well as they keep churning them out as well.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. Just keep doing it, guys. Amazing.
Yeah. I think it's the first time we've had divas in our and women's wrestlers actually in our set. So there you go.
Yeah.
Is it the first time? No, Alexa Bliss.
I think Alexa Bliss is the only other one.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Give us some credit.
And that was for Best Chrome, wasn't it?
That was for the Chrome rookies, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I can't remember.
So second one.
Yeah, I can't remember now, but yeah.
I can't imagine Bayley or Charlotte Flair coming number one for any other. We never know, but I don't know. 2 of the 4 horsewomen in there.
Cool. So that was quicker than I expected. Well done, boys. So that leads us on to our big topic or topics, I will say, this week, because we've had the Euro release, is what we're going to call it, which was yesterday. We touched on it earlier, but there's not an awful lot to say about it, and not an awful lot of positive things to say about it. So I don't want to talk too much about how bad it is, etc. So did you guys want to speak about something that's kind of affecting the hobby for us in general at the moment, which is the fall of the pound? Is that cool to talk about?
Yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail because I'm not obviously much of an expert. Obviously, I know the current climate with stuff and the effect on things. I'll just I think just a real quick thing I want to touch on really. So at the moment, the dollar dropped down to 103 earlier in the week, or even maybe up to 105 at the most, and it's sort of crawling up a little bit. But I just wondered, is it affecting you guys' sort of thoughts on buying cars from the States, or are you buying the same, or are you halt until things get better? What's your thoughts on it at the minute? Because obviously now 1-to-1, it's a massive difference. And do you think Americans will buy more from us over here now, it being so similar?
Go on, Chris.
Well,
you go first.
See, when I was younger, I used to go to America a lot. And it was, I don't know if I'm imagining this, but I used to think that it was 2-to-1.
Yeah, it was 2-to-1 when we were
It was,
kids.
wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Because it was half price. So I'd go there and, buy clothes for a year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'd save a shit ton of money. So yeah, that's kind of blown that side of it. I can't really save any money by buying things there anymore. For me, it's really just the availability side of it. Yeah. There's some things that unless, I'm trying to think of something. So, a certain blaster comes out, and if Sports Trade in UK don't have it, where are you going to get it from?
This is my thought. I think for me now, if Sports Trading have AEW, for example, at 120, I'm not going to buy from Dave Adams for 119 or whatever it is. I might as well just buy it from over here now because there's no saving there whatsoever, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's also PCing as well, right? So if you PC a certain person and you cannot get their cards, in the UK, which 9 times out of 10, I'd say 99 times out of 10, you're not going to find them. And the only place they're selling it is on OTP Bay.
Then that's
you're going to have to. It's either you do or you don't.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of work it in my mind at the minute, is that you either do or you don't. You know what the money's going to cost you. You're going to have to pay for the shipping. You either do or you don't. Some people can't afford it. Some people can afford it. Some people begrudgingly can afford it. But, but yeah, I mean, ultimately speaking, that's just kind of where we are right now. I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon.
No.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, no, just interested to find it really. I think for me as a collector now, like, you know, I normally buy base cards, as you guys all know that by now, and you know, buying them 1-to-1, 99 cents a time, like that works out a hell of a lot of money for a base set if you're trying to complete it. You know, when it was you know $1.50 or something, then you think, well, I can't get a few here, but yeah, and even with shipping and stuff like that, soon adds up, doesn't it? You know.
No, massively. Like you've really got. I think this is for more things than anything. It's making people think more.
Yes, and that's what I was about to say. It used to be so when I started buying cards again, sort of 2019-20 sort of time. It was a no-brainer. You were saving money. You were getting things you couldn't get in this country. It was win-win. Whereas now you kind of have to think. I think Jamie or one of you guys said it the other day. If you're only saving like a tenner, do you know what I mean, on a box, then you might as well just spend the extra tenner and buy it here. Yeah. Whereas, you know,
100%.
so
I'm definitely going to support the British market. For those guys importing over here now, like there's no cost saving at all for me to now buy from the States. No, and I'm kind of hoping this may be actually a bit of a, you know, a positive to come out of what is a big negative really for us. Is like, will our British market here get a bit stronger in cards and stuff, you know?
Could do.
But the thing is, I don't think it has at the minute.
I think it has now, but...
Well, no, like, since, like, example, King of Hoops still don't have Select Blasters in.
No.
And it's been, like, months now, you know? And it's like, that was different, you know, for Revolution and stuff like that. So I don't know whether it's... And I haven't seen anyone other than Sports Trading sell NXT, for example, over here. So I don't know whether it's like been a bit of flash in the pan. I don't know where we're going with it. I don't know if people are being put off because the amount of money it's costing to import over here.
Profit, there isn't much markup on these boxes as they are, is there really, you know? So I don't know, we'll wait and see really, I guess, but yeah,
I tell you what needs to happen. Panini UK need to pull the
about that then.
Yeah. Well, go on, you go.
No, go on.
I was just going to, on the last thing on that, I think Jamie said it either last episode or the episode before. It was nice with Topps when you could get all the new hobby boxes on topps.co.uk. Do you know what I mean? And if Panini, obviously they've given us the stickers on there and they've given us these cards, but if they brought out Prism, Select, Revolution, NXT on their UK website or European website, do you know what I mean? Why? I just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, annoying.
No, I agree. Like it's the thing is that they're just spiking themselves by doing absolutely. It, right? Like if they can make money,
they're leaving money on the table.
They can. They're leaving money on the table
all day.
Yeah.
But
anyway, so do you want to talk about the dross?
Yeah, let's do it. Who wants to start us off? Jamie, you've opened a few yourself. How did you get on?
Okay, right. So these landed in theory today, didn't they? So they were supposed to be out yesterday. If you've ordered from Panini's website, you probably wouldn't have had yours yet. They probably won't be here till next week. I guess it's like
early next week, yeah.
So I went to the WH Smith, picked up 4 or 5 packs. They're $150 a pack, and I've got 5 cards in each, and I am sorely disappointed by them. I don't think expectations were particularly high for them anyway. We've had conversations about there's no relics, there's no autos. They're nowhere near comparable to any American release that we've had so far from Panini. And
there's no numbered cards.
There's
no numbered
parallels.
Cards. There's parallels, but no numbers.
Exactly. You've got a variety of parallels. You've got so many to collect. The biggest takeaway for me opening these packs is how thin they are. The card stock is really bendy. Like even in my hands now, like it feels like a playing card. Like it's that flexible.
Yeah.
And compared to NXT, which is sort of, you know, $75 for a hobby box, which is quite a low card stock, isn't it? They're actually thinner than NXT.
They are.
So on a quality side of things, very bad. I'm really not impressed with them. Image-wise, we can discuss this quite a bit in depth. Images aren't very exciting either. I think we've discussed between of us that the images seem to be repeated quite a lot through Panini, and that doesn't change here. If you've seen it on a sticker or another Panini card, it will be in this set as well. There's nothing different here that I don't think would appeal to anyone buying overseas at all. What do you guys think?
Go on, Chris.
So
You've opened.
I'm going to open some now. Actually,
Yeah.
the missus, as I think I said earlier, bought me a box. I really appreciate her doing that. But yeah, it's not the greatest, is it? The card stock is pretty ropey, and I'm finding. So I've opened off air, I think about 6 or 7 packs, and nearly every pack. And I've just opened one now, and it's exactly the same again. I'll show the guys because I've got another Loomis and another R-Truth. The R-Truth is the same image that was used in Panini Prism, and so that's now 3 Loomises. So it seems to be the top 2 cards are like almost the same, as your next pack. Yeah, it's just really odd, and it's happened in almost everyone.
And just to give some context as well. So you have a base, you have and the parallels go red, green, gold, yeah. And the only way you can, on the base, you can tell is that the top left and the bottom right are different colours.
That's it, yeah. And I've opened.
So how are you doing on those?
So I've opened 7 packs, and I've got 1 green and 1 gold so far. There are a few image changes. There are a lot that are the same, I think, that Jamie just said. But so that's the Alexa Bliss one. Quite nice, different. But yeah, it's a little bit rough.
Yeah.
So
I think if it wasn't for wanting to speak about it on the pod, I probably wouldn't have gone for these. I didn't order any off Panini in the end. Yeah, bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
I think when we saw them first crop up, I don't think we were overly impressed by the inserts and stuff. So the champions inserts within them, sort of a plain white image with a champ holding the belt.
Champion, yeah. And I think
not very imaginative.
What did we spoke about? I think it was Select or something where I said stop doing like the champion. Every release seems to have championship inserts in them.
A belt
insert.
But yeah, it's just a shame. I mean, he's just pulled
it's the same. So Alexa Jinder, and then again 2 packs later, Alexa Jinder. So yeah,
Jesus,
it's bad. I mean, like it is what it is.
And there you go. And a red. So yeah.
The thing is, it'd be interesting to see how much, because you got 40 legends as well, and you've got 20 championship cards, and the parallels are all red, green, gold. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, these are going to flood right on ATP Bay.
Yeah, be slam attacks again.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see what prices they go for.
I can't see though. Although that's like a parallel, for example. Like,
and I think I've got that. Yeah. Is it Big E?
Yeah, there's no difference there, is there, between that and I can't see no price value in there. Like, it's okay, it might be rare in the package, but there's nothing different about it, is there? Like, it's not.
So that's the red got there, isn't it? Yeah.
So I assume yours, a gold or green, is just going to be on the side, isn't it? Ultimately.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think there's anything worthwhile chasing there, holding on to, or PCing really.
Well, you're right. You just summed it up. There's no chase. There's no chase here.
No.
It's you can't. Different colour parallels that don't really mean much to anyone unless you specifically collect those colours.
I don't like being down on this sort of stuff. Like, it is nice to have card releases over here that aren't slam attacks, but Jesus, like, this is such a lackluster.
So that's
and the price point.
That's like the normal.
See, the normal is just so plain important, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's bland.
The price point, what it is, like £36 for the for a box of them.
Yeah,
I think for that price, I'd probably go for a blaster or something. I think more than anything.
Yeah. Definitely.
Bit of a shame.
Do you know what it is, though? Do you know what it is? Yet again, the cards and the stickers built for kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're not built for collectors. They're built for kids. And they've bought. It's the same as the stickers again with the high numbers. I mean, like there's 414 stickers, right? What kid is going to collect all of those? None. With all of these parallels, what kid is going to collect all of these parallels? None. So it's not for the collector. It's really not for the kids.
Who the fuck's
Who's
it for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well said.
don't understand. I really just don't understand why this product even exists in our market, other than getting a few quid here and there off kids who want to spend some money on some cards. That's it. Instead of stickers. And why bring them out like
Directly
like,
afterwards.
like a month. This is the one big thing I've created, other than a lot of other things we've criticised with the Panini about customer service and God knows how much. But their releases one after the other, I just don't get it.
I find this is a little bit. So stickers, they've got a few still available on shelves, but obviously it's not on the website anymore. I find this is really much a case of the unassuming mum or dad going into a shop. Well, you got any WWE Panini stuff? Oh yeah, we've got these in, and then the kids then got cards. I think it's sort of a bit of cashing in the fact that the parents don't know exactly what it is that they're buying, and it's just $150 a pack. Jesus, that's a hell of a lot of money to spend. And the kid wanted stickers, and he said he's got cards. Oh, now he has to keep buying cards.
Yeah.
Well, so it's a good point, because they were selling stickers like 90p, weren't they? And now they're selling cards at 150. Theoretically speaking, they are actually taking the money on the table. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like, I don't know. Can you imagine being in their room of like, oh, we're going to do this then, and like, who timetable all this shit? It's mad.
And like, we've obviously spoken about it a little bit on like our page and like on a few other pages on Facebook in this country. Yeah. And have you heard a single person say, "Oh, I'm really excited for that"? Because I haven't.
Most people don't even know it exists. There's still people asking about, has anyone seen stickers about? Do we know when it's going to be released and stuff?
Yeah. The stickers have been a big one. Jamie, 100% right there. Stickers have been a big one of like, we would show, you remember I showed like every page of the sticker book, and people was like, I've never seen these in store.
Crazy.
I only saw stickers once in store. I can't imagine. If I see cards, I will laugh, because I just can't imagine finding them in store. Other than WH
it seems to be Smith's is like, WH Smith, sorry, is the only sort of place that's taking a chance.
But what's that?
There are. Sorry, mate, you go.
No, I was going to say, what's that? You sent us obviously that checklist, the photos through of obviously the checklist image. Where was that image from?
Well, the one I had.
Was it from the German?
Is it from a binder or something like they did for Slam Attacks? Because
I don't. So the guy, I can't remember his name.
Wells,
the guy,
right,
yes, yeah. He basically just put the picture on.
I think he said
he knew someone from Germany. So
because Smith had no idea if there was a binder or a collective folder for this at all. They said they hadn't been made aware of anything. So I don't know where that checklist image come from, but there must be something else out there, like a poster or something that you can tally up, because there's nothing at all here, is there? So
I mean, potentially did you see on the website they got the Mega Blasters or whatever they're called? Maybe there's like a little sort of insert thing in there.
Well, they've got Mega Blaster, and then they've got a regular blaster,
something like
a
that.
mini blast, or whatever they're going to call it. It's just whatever.
So,
but sum up, it's shit.
Sum up, save your money. Buy something else online somewhere for the 36
agreed.
And you're going to have to buy.
Go buy your missus some flowers or something like that.
I'm going to have to after buying me this.
Yeah, I mean, like,
and again,
put it to some good use.
Like, you've got to buy so many boxes to get a full set. Like, Jesus, you've got to be 200 quid in order to try and get a set. Don't do it. Like, for the quality of the card, spend 200 quid and get a proper hobby box or something from, Sports Trading Direct or something.
It's on the verge of there being muggy with it. You know what I mean? They're doing it for the sake of doing it, and it's like just taking the piss out of everyone, to be honest, because... not for us, not fan. I think the only thing that I did like is the actual wrapping that it came in.
And
like the actual
box is nice, and the images they've used on the box is kind of cool. But if that's not a saving grace.
No. If that's the only takeaway we've got from this product, is that the packaging was nice.
The packaging looks
out of 10, what are we going for? Out of 10,
2.
Yeah.
I'm not buying any of it from what I've seen. Well, I need to get some singles, but I'm not buying it. So 2, if that. I think that's a nice.
I think the only thing that I would like in this, if I was to get one, if I could get a gold Triple H Champions with the gold belt, all of Triple H being in gold and a bit of a gold there. Other than that, I'm not going after anything else in this at all.
Yeah. I've got to get the Edge green. I'm an idiot. So, yeah, and Sasha Banks, no doubt, as well, I'm going to have to get. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we waited long enough for it. It came over from Germany, France, and now we hate it. So, send it back to the continent, please.
Yeah.
Let's never talk about it fucking again.
I don't think we will, though. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Put it in a box.
No, I'm not going to. Let's end
away.
this now. So there we go. End of that. Big topic done.
Boom. Cool. Well, I think that's about us for the 2 weeks again. Should we just touch on our next top 5? I think it's Jamie's week to pick it. So have you got any bright ideas, Jay?
Yeah, let's work on something I was thinking of for a little while, really. Now, this isn't necessarily top 5 ones to own, but just 5 Matt Relic cards that you've got from significant events. So, giving you inspiration. So, maybe WrestleMania 30, the Daniel Bryan card. A card image and a Matt Relic that, is quite good, and we'll try and wheel it through. There's been obviously quite a few. But I think there's, even if we went to an event or something, it'd be quite cool, those sorts of things to have bits of Matt Relics. So, top 5 Matt Relics of events that you like, basically. Let's do that.
Okie dokie. Sounds good. And our big event.
You can have a big event if you want to have a big event.
The big topic next week, potentially an interview, but we will keep you posted on that one, and it will be a bit of a surprise. So yeah, we'll be talking about something.
Yes.
Yeah, and if it's not that, we'll be talking about something else. No
there
doubt.
you go.
Exactly.
Hopefully not about how our economy is fucking crashed.
It got even worse. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will use these to burn though. If it gets worse, and I'll put them on the fireplace, and they'll be a good
Put them on the fire.
light.
Keep you warm. That's it.
That'd be quite nice. Yeah, that'd be quite nice.
There you go. So yeah, plugs. Anyone want to plug anything?
Go on, Jamie.
You're the
always
plug
do
man.
you're the plug
deep
man.
breath. Here we go. From the beginning. Right. First things first. I'll see you on Saturday, Chris.
You will.
So I won't see you on Saturday, sadly, Lloydy, but I'll see Chris on Saturday.
No.
But I'm in Milton Keynes tomorrow, so I might pop in for a brew.
Hey.
So there you go.
Yay.
Right, so final plugs in. Find me on Twitter. I'm at Jamie Stockett on Twitter. I only really use it for wrestling cards and interacting with people, and then Wrestling Card Wednesday. So find me on there if you want to do Twitter on that. Instagram, I don't really use Instagram as such, but obviously follow us on Instagram, Squared Circle Relics Pod. Try to do a photo every day of some interesting cards and sort of bits and pieces. So if you don't follow us already on there, do follow us. Try and keep it interesting. And actually had MGC comment on us this past week, which was quite cool. They said keep up the good work. So thank you to MGC.
I agree with their sentiment. So yeah, keep up the good work, Jay. The images you're posting are really, really cool. So
yeah, head
it's
over to there.
Nice to see some of your collection. There you go.
Yeah, I've been dragging them out and sort of scanning them through.
I love it, yeah.
So yeah, Instagram, find us on there. We'll try and do something each day. And that's pretty much my best places to get hold of me, really, more than anything, on you guys.
As always, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram at Cambridge Trading Cards. I think I posted a video today on YouTube, which was a pack of Merlin Gold series, the part 2 ones. It's actually a pack that I've had sat in my house for about 3 years now. So I got a nicer looking pack and decided to open this one. I've also got my NXT hobby box on there, and I will have some of these. I've saved some of these Euro cards to open on there. So if you're, on the fence about it and you want to, have a look at what they look like first, that one should be up there within the next sort of few days, week or so. And if you need any advice or you want to chat, been having some great chats with you guys this week. So yeah, just hit me up on either of those. What about you, Dave?
D_Lloydy boy on Insta.
He's got it.
He's nailed it.
I've got it down to a T. But to be honest, I spend most of my time on our Facebook. To be honest, I'm always posting things on there and chatting to people and whatnot. So generally, I spend most of my time, like giving you insights of what the hell's going on, basically, in the mad world of me.
Just one final thing as well. I just want to big shout out to everyone who's been in touch with us actually over the last few weeks as well, because it's really quite nice, and this sounds really soppy, but really quite heartwarming that people actually coming to us saying, "Oh, we listened to the pod," or like Chris was saying, like people on eBay, "Oh, listen to you guys on the pod" and stuff like that. You know, the whole idea for this was to bring a bit more community together and have a bit of a, sort of bringing people to a bit bonding. And you know what? I'm still blown away by people reaching out to us, even just messengers to say, "Oh, I've got this," or "I've got that." And it's been really, really nice. And I know you guys feel the same as well, really.
Yeah, 100%.
100%, man. 100%, man. It's been, and it still is, every time that someone says it, it's very humbling. It's a great experience. It really has been.
Definitely. Cool. Well, I think that's our lot for this week. So we will see you in a few weeks' time. Yeah. Take it easy, guys.
Take care. You want anything to say, Lloydy?
And fuck.